Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Got a Grand Arena to play tonight on the Darth Loquitur account. Gonna get right into it tonight. As always, if you all have any questions, comments, things you want to know, things you want to talk about, put them in the chat, and we'll talk about them, have a look, whatever you all want to do. For now, let's take a look at our opponent here. We have Freedom, big capital M at the end. Part of the Ukraine Legends, a Ruthless champion. That's his tag, Ruthless. 12.1 million galactic power, 7.4 in characters, 4.6 in ships. That means pretty much all the ships. Galactic War Battles won 29,000, so that's a little over 7 years. All right. So we can check ships. That's pretty quick. There's all the stuff. Not much reason to look at that. Once players have over 4.5 million, you can be pretty sure that they have all the capital ships built at least. Character-wise, we have 8 Galactic Legends. So just missing that new Galactic Legend Ahsoka. Everybody else is in there. Jar Jar says hi. Jamie McInnes says hey. Well, hello. Hope y'all are making it a great day today. We got a Dark Side Vision Rey in here. Malik's 9. Darth Bane's 8. The brothers are 9. So I guess this player probably took them to 9 for the purposes of getting everything out of the assault battle, I guess. Ezra Exile, Relic 7. I didn't see him on defense yet, I don't think, but we'll take a closer look once we get over there. Malgus, Starkiller, all the usual stuff. Let's take a look quick, see if Bo-Katan's in the house. Bo-Katan, Mandalore, Darksaber in hand. Gungans, Queen, all that stuff is in. Alright, let's take a look at mods just for the fun of it, see if we even have any advantage on mods. Commander Ahsoka Tano, fastest non-GL character, 351. 351 is okay. It's not knocking me out as the fastest character, though. 342 on Bushalea. If we go down a ways to Ezra, Exile, 307. So he's got plenty of characters over 300. I think we've got a little bit of an advantage in terms of mods, but not by a lot. So he cleared me out here. Single battles on all of this stuff. Killed by Exile, Jabba, all these teams. The Sonastaros team, no problem for him apparently. He did do 2 shots on Traya. And then on the back wall, he did 2 shots on Iden. So maybe we actually did run him out of teams. I don't know. He didn't finish ships yet, but I have a feeling he just looked at the ships. It's not a problem for him. So he'll wait for me to play and then play against the ships with an eye toward how many banners he has to get. In the bottom zone here, we've got Lord Vader, some bounty hunters, Knight Brothers, Luthen. Then we've got this Dash Rendar team. And then up top, we've got Great Mothers, Jabba, Inquisitors, Queen Amidala, a clone team with Rex on it that we have to deal with. So I would say, you know, kind of a medium defense. It's got a lot of hard teams, but not. I don't think it was as challenging as our first opponent that we played. But I think we just start working our way through here. Probably with the Piet Kron. First time Admiral Piet is defeated if there's at least one other ally. Revive all other defeated allies. He can go into stealth. Maul can go into stealth. So I feel like we probably need to take in Bo-Katan here and make sure that we've got enough of a team that that we can, let's say, succeed handily. We could try like bounty hunters or something else like that, but we don't really have the leeway to mess around dropping battles. So I think maybe Bo-Katan there. This bounty hunter team doesn't feel too scary. These Knight Brothers, we had success with them using a Padme team. So why don't we just try using a Padme team again with the idea that if it worked once, maybe it works again. I took Barriss in there last time. Is it better to take somebody like Shakti in here? Or Barriss and just make it harder for them to kill us? Or maybe even something like a Keller and Beck. With these guys being Relic 9, they're going to do a lot of damage. So Barriss is okay, but I mean, she's not, her mods aren't that great. So I'm just afraid that if I put Barriss in there, we may have that situation where she gets killed, and that would make it pretty hard for the rest of the team to win. So I don't know. I think Shakti's got a little more durability here. I think we'll go with that. And then we might use our... I think we've got another max health Kron here, yeah. Maybe we'll use that here. Give ourselves a little more room to maneuver, an extra 30% health. All right, in we go. Okay, he yaps at Thrawn for a second. Let's see. We want to leave all the debuffs on for Padme, right? So we'll do that. And we'll do that so that we get more courage stacks. Oh boy. I think they knocked off all of Shakti's courage stacks. Let's see if we can get him with Padme. Not quite. Still not quite. Yikes. Oh, we're about to lose Ahsoka. Oh my goodness. Not enough courage here. Oof. They hit so hard. All right, Padme, we gotta get this going. Need a lot of courage stacks here. All right, Shakti. Let's try to keep everybody alive here. Let's get rid of the debuffs. We'll get them right back, but okay. Oof. Get a stun there. Get some healing done. Oof. Wow. Stacks. Kick. I don't quite understand why we're not getting enough stacks to make this work. It's kind of frustrating. So, I guess what's happening, what must be happening, is that once we get our courage stacks up, when we get our protection up, we don't get to take a turn immediately. So yeah, they're just hitting us so hard, they're taking away our protection. And then by the time Padme gets a turn, she doesn't actually get courage stacks. That's rough. That is a lot of damage coming out of these guys. I don't know a better way to do this, though. We get a hit there, get offense up. We've got our retaliation on. We'll try to get some courage stacks here again. Yeah, he's just doing the area of effect, and it's too much. Okay, so here's what we're going to do then. We're going to wait if we can. We'll probably lose Padme now. I don't think we can wait. I don't think we can wait. Get all those stacks stacked up on us. Relic 9 FTW. Okay. Got 4 courage stacks, but can't do anything about it. I was going to put it in auto. Well, I can't put it. Well, yes, I can put it in auto because Shaak Ti only has 1 target to work with. Excuse me. Ooh. I didn't mute you guys fast enough. Kind of snuck up on me. All right, we got 7 stacks on Shaak Ti. Not anymore. She lost them. Yeah, wow, Padme not getting the job done on these Relic 9 guys. Dropping the first battle of the day? Is that how this is working? I can't believe Ahsoka died that fast. Get him. There we go. We at least got the second guy down. If we had another 3 or 4 minutes, we probably would have won that. Good Lord. Okay, well, moral of the story is what? I guess we need another more durable character than Ahsoka in there. Yeesh. She died too fast. If we had 3 characters, we would have been fine there, but we lost our Ahsoka so fast. Barris wouldn't have helped either. I don't know their kits, but Peridia seems to be the one that's healing them both. That guy has to be killed, like, he doesn't die unless he has 7 stacks on him or something. So what is this? Let's take a look. Okay, whenever an Imperial Remnant ally is critically hit, remove turn meter, gain turn meter, all that stuff. Max health and protection. Does that somehow come from the leadership? Let's take a look at this leadership. Whenever another non-droid Imperial remnant would be reduced to 1%, if they have less than 9 stacks of decay, they recover 100% health and protection and gain a stack of decay until the end of the battle. So that happens on Peridia over and over again. And then like at 8 or 9 stacks or whatever, they die. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if without his leadership, is this guy just super easy to kill? Because that's part of the leadership. The leadership's gone now. The best counter for this is CLS, C3PO, and Chewie. I could swear to you that I tried that once and got wrecked with it. They killed my CLS in like 2 hits. I did CLS Han Chewie against this, I'm pretty sure. And they killed my CLS very quickly. Had healing immunity on him, and I didn't get a chance to even do his recovery skill, and down he went. So, if that's the best counter to it, all I'm saying is maybe it's not the best counter at Relic 9. I think Padme's where it's at. We just got to figure out the right combination, the right other 2 characters to put with her. And I think what it'll take is either remodding Barriss or, putting a character in there that's got a lot more health. So, I mean, Snips just died way too fast. That was the issue. Any character that I could have kept alive would have been fine. All right. Well, let's keep working our way through here. Here's a Dash Han Chewie that we've got to work with. Here's a Lord Vader that we have to work with. We've still got Bane, but I don't want to use up Bane until we see what's on the back wall. So let's use up Bo-Katan and her crew. And this might be bait. This might be him pulling my Bo-Katan so that, like Gungans and a bunch of stuff on the back wall that's hard to deal with. I feel like I'll still be able to deal with it, but we could be getting baited. Oh, this would have been a better Datacron to use with the Padme team, 32% health. Well, we had the 15% health one anyway, so yeah, all those had. Yeah, Ahsoka died that fast, even with 30% extra health. Yikes. All right, well, let's get in here and get this done. Actually, health is bad into this, right? We don't want health. Yeah, we don't want health because it'll just mean that the damage over times are doing more damage over time. So let's not do that. I would use Padme and Cat and then GK or Mace. Let's get Piet out of here if we can right away. We've already sacrificed IG-12. He went down instantly. That is quite possibly the fastest ult I've ever seen from a Lord Vader in 3s. Yeah? I mean, that was just... He ulted on the second turn. How does that even happen? And we're going to lose IG-12, probably. We've got this healing immunity that we can't seem to get rid of. All right, looking better now. Okay, 53 banners. That was an insanely fast ult from Vader. He's like, take one turn, take the second turn, and do an ult. In 3s. That's like... Seems pretty ridiculous to me. I did troopers on a battle like this that had a pretty slow Kyle. This looks like a pretty slow Kyle. Can we repeat Imperial troopers here? I think. Put Piet in here. Pietacron. And then we just jump on Kyle Katarn and just keep getting kills until we win. That's how it should work. I found it. Look at Night Troopers. You were healing Night Trooper accidentally. Okay. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that. Let's go find out. 57 banners against that Luthen team. So look at Night Trooper's passive. Whenever they're dazed, stunned, shocked, or inflicted with speed down, they gain 15 speed for the rest of the battle. When a remnant ally is critically hit, remove turn meter, gain 5% turn meter. So you're saying that I buffed their speed? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guy. Sorry. Night Trooper. Well, in Grand Arenas... Okay, whenever they're damaged, they gain 10% offense and 5% speed for one turn or until they're critically hit. When an enemy recovers health, Night Trooper recovers 100% health. Enemies can't recover health from health steal when targeting Night Trooper. Well, I mean, there's no other way to deal with that, right? I mean, you can't not... You can't not gain health with the Padme team. I had to keep them alive. Yeah, I think the key there was... So I don't mind if I buff them, and I don't mind if they recover to full health, right? If we get enough courage stacks going on, we're going to insta-kill them anyway. So I think what needs to happen is I need to go in there and take a look and get Padme and a team tuned so that Padme and a couple of the other characters, maybe we even do it all the way up to 5s. And we just time a team out so that they have... similar speeds. Padme will go first. give courage stacks, and then you just get a sequence of characters going and do all their hits right after Padme goes. So her putting up the courage stacks, and then both her... Shakti was slightly faster than Padme, so they would both have to wait. And then the enemies were doing damage and knocking off courage stacks before I could get... Or knocking off protection up stacks before I could get back around to converting them to courage stacks. So, I don't know. I think if I'm going to use that team, I just need to figure out what character's on it and, you know, get some decent mods and time it. Padme's got some pretty awful mods on too. So, we'll just be a little more... yeah, we'll just pay a little more attention to that. What do I use on Dash on Chewie then? We've got... I honestly don't think that I have fought Dash on Chewie on defense. With this Dash Datacron for sure. Let's see if we can find it over here on SWGOH counters. Well, so far we haven't found it. Han Solo counters. What? Jedi Knight Cal counters. What is this? Garbage. Those aren't even leaders. What? Han Solo counters when Han is not even a leader of anybody. Okay, this is confusing. Alright, let's search for Dash Rendar then. Usually I can find them right away, but... Oh wow, people are using Malgus, Malik. 100% win rate with Malgus. Third Sister, Sith Eternal, Malicos, some Jedi. Oh wow, Queen Amidala has a 98% win rate. If you take Queen Amidala in against Dash on Chewie and lose with that, that's rough. That is rough. It looks like the Sith Empire are kind of the favored thing to do. It's Relic 8 Han, Relic 6 Chewie. And my Sith Empire is still under relicked. But we could try this. I feel like they'll have too much damage though, right? Will that just be too much damage and carve through us? Got to give it a try. It's got a good win rate. We can bring a tank back to life the first time they die. It's got some decent stats on it. We can try this. Is that the evasion cron? It's a stack of retaliate. Deal 20% of the damage back to the attacker. Whenever an enemy is stunned, Dash takes a bonus turn. Oh, that's much easier. KY says no, but if you hit Peridia instead of Night Trooper, Peridia doesn't do that. Oh, so you're saying I should have just, even though I had to like kill him multiple times, I should have just used him as the target? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's something we can definitely look to in the future. All right, well, let's see if we can make this work. I shouldn't be doing experiments like this, right? Wow. And Darth Revan just... down he goes. Yeah. I guess I just don't have the relic levels to deal with this. We'll try to keep Chewie on the ropes here. Dash next or Han? Well, let's work on Han next, I guess. We are not gaining life back. This is disappointing. Like, aren't we supposed to be gaining life back with almost everything we do on this character? Malgus, I mean. Doesn't he have a bunch of life gain stuff? Maybe it's with all the Zetas that I don't have on him yet. I don't have Malgus. I don't think I have all of his stuff on him. We're still going to get a win here, I think. Even if Malgus gets killed, he's coming back. All right. But Darth Revan died instantly. Just from, like, splash damage effects and such. All right. Here we've got Embo Bounty Hunter team. I don't want to use Jedi because I want to save them for the back wall. What about we use Remnant here? Remnant should get through this. Remnant should get through this, and then we can see what's on the back wall and start assigning Galactic Legends from there. I believe there's enough durability in this team to deal with Mr. Embo and friends. We'll get rid of some protection on Embo if we can. All right, just do stuff. There's Embo doing Embo things. Let's do the dazes on everybody. And then drain their turn meter. Because we can. Get another armor shred on Bossk over here. And see if we can recover to full banners. Got the healing immunity on, so see what we can get done here. We'll lose a banner, right? Not much we can do. $56 will have to be what we get. All right, then let's. I mean, this guy's Relic 9. On one hand, I don't want to underestimate him. On the other hand, I don't actually want to use too much good stuff. So let's just throw in a whole team with characters that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use anywhere else. And we can armor shred. We can... This has got to have enough damage, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. I better not take any chances. Let's go in with an off-brand bounty hunter team. Let's take Fennec and Cad Bane and Grief Karga, maybe. And we'll use a Cad Bane Crown I think I've got. And we'll just get in there and do a bunch of damage to him. And it should be over instantly. Alright. Yep. He didn't have to be killed 8 times because that's part of the leadership passive. Okay, what do we get on the back wall here? We've got Iden, Remnant, a Jedi team, Trench, and Starkiller. All right. What are we going to use where? So up front here, I think Inquisitors, we can just use Bane. We can use Bane there. Use JMK on the Queen Amidala. We can use SLKR for the Jabba. But then I've got a bunch of teams I've still got to deal with. We still have Leia, though. So we've got JML, we've got Leia, we've got Sith Eternal, a Jedi team. Still got Luke. So we've got quite a bit of stuff in the tank. Alright, let's use gas here so that we don't run out of gas. Boris Balkan says, hey DL, good luck. Guapo says, Dash, Chewie, Han with Rebel Riposte versus Starkiller. Malgus and the Sith Empire team, I just used them. I just used them on the Dash Han Chewie. They just got used. So Dash Han Chewie with Rebel Riposte. I've got Dash on defense. I've also got Han and Chewie on defense. They're all on defense. All right, let's look for something that's just going to give us some hit smashing power here. Armor penetration. Crit damage. This is fine. I'm not really using the C-3PO Kron specifically for a 3PO team. Although if I do CLS and the 2 droids, I will use it, so fine, let's look for something else. It's got health on it. It's not ideal, but it's got a bunch of armor penetration. We'll just take this. Rex and 5s, and in we go. Now, last time we did this, they actually killed our Rex and got the sacrifice somehow. Right through the, Gas's ability to not have that happen. The sacrifice here is going to be lame. If we get a sacrifice in, it's going to be for 1 hit point. Look at this. Hit points and protection all gone over here. Gas will sit down. Let's try to get Elspeth out of here. Use form up to try to get Gas to stand up faster. And he'll start hitting on the moms. Because Gas is that kind of guy. You know, he doesn't mind hitting on the moms. Definitely likes Night Sisters better than he likes Tuscans. So I hear. Alright, that was okay. 55 banners, we'll take it. Interesting. So, once again, because he's reduced to 1 health and no protection, he actually counts as full health and protection. That's funny. We'll use JMK here. Galactic Republic stuff. There's a cat. There's a Kenobi. And we'll give them a Lamacron because it kind of doesn't matter. All right, in we go. Kid Loquitur wants to watch TV when you're done? Ah, sure. Sure. I would be glad to watch some television with my daughter. Sounds like a plan. Gas looking smooth versus mothers. Yeah, the thing that I thought would never work is that if Gas loses all of his protection, he sits down. So when I first looked at that combat, I thought, man, that'll never work because it'll strip away his protection. But even if they do, in the case where they actually put the debuff on Gas, he sits down instantly. But it doesn't remove his protection permanently. It only removes it, makes him sit down, and then he stands back up with full protection. And by then they will have put it on one of the other clones. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good matchup. Much more useful and reliable than I would have originally thought. All right, let's carve this queen. And let's, I know this is going to get dodged, but I'm going to use it just to stack damage. It's fine. Okay, let's go on Padawan, Obi-Wan here. Get him out. And then we might as well just kill the decoy because my experience is it's easier just to do it that way. And then you don't get interrupted when you lose high ground. Reset cat. Put Shin back over here on General Kenobi. Just to get ourselves a harder hitting leap here. Wasn't enough to kill him though, huh? Dat Relic 9. Relic 9's a real thing, guys. Oof. We'll hang on for a second and try to get it stacked up a little more. All right, there we go. Now we'll leap in. 57 banners. All right, this will take Bane. We'll grab another Sith. And we'll try to make this quick and easy. I like this with a ton of armor penetration. I find that armor penetration seems to work well with Bane. That's my experience so far. And we also have a Relic 9 Bane. So we're hitting just about as hard as we can hit and living as long as we can live. Okay. 27 different versions of ability block. Sets us up for a nice big hit. And we should be able to recover. If I can kill her with the basic, I will. There we go. 55 banners. 57. 58. -3. Okay. Yep. All right. Fair enough. We can do SLKR here. I could try Night Sisters. I could try Night Sisters here. I don't think I need to, though. I've already dropped one battle. And who knows, we might have another oopsie somewhere along the way. So let's send the first order in here. We'll just use the typical team. We'll give him some crit damage. We've got crit damage somewhere in here. Dark side crit damage. Yeah, here we go. Take that. And in we go. Just start stabbing and slashing. Hux just dies instantly. Holy cow. Instant death for the Hux. Crazy. He gets to do one skill and he's just done. It might be more sensible at some point in the future. Maybe I'll try like putting the Red Trooper. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm getting wrecked. I don't even have my ult yet. Wow. 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 Did I mention wow? I wouldn't have thought that I guess with 72% crit damage and all that stacking offense. Will you have Darkside Ray after one more conquest? Yes, I probably will have Darkside Ray after one more conquest. What do I do here? That damage was insane. SLKR never got close to his ult. I don't know if Night Sisters are going to work here. I don't know if Leia's going to work. Will Leia work? Are we looking good for Leia? Let's see. Wow, SLKR. Oh, wow. Leia has a 73% win rate against Jabba. Dear Lord. Nothing's beating Jabba right now. People are using Sith Eternal plus Bane to beat Jabba. That's crazy. Night Sisters have a 40% win rate. JMK has a 96% win rate against some comps. Night Sisters will still kill at least 2 ads. Yeah, the problem isn't whether or not I can win. The problem is I've dropped 2 battles already. I dropped 2 battles, my opponent dropped 2 battles, and that's going to put the banners really, really close. So if I take the Night Sisters in here and I drop a battle again, that's it. That's the end of the GAC, right? That will be the end of my Grand Arena. And I've still got a bunch of stuff to deal with on the back wall here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take in the Sisters. And we're going to take in the Datacron that's got all the resistance penetration on it. This 153%, 135% resistance penetration on this. So, and she goes right for Marin. Oh my God, disaster. Disaster. Well, all right, let's do this. Should have stealthed Marin. Oh, come on. Yeah, I should have put her in stealth and just made sure that they targeted the other Night Sisters. And I know I would have brought back an Asajj, but now I honestly don't know what I'm going to do here. I honestly don't know what to do. Because this is just absolutely wrecking my teams. This is crazy. We'll take this one. I may just be completely stopped by this Jabba. Let's see if we can get rid of his protection. Looks like we can't. Oh, maybe we can after all. All right. That's useful. My goodness. She's just going to go 78 times in a row. I don't understand even what's going on with this Leia. This is absolutely off the hook. I don't think I've ever seen a Jabba team just take 75 turns and hit for 176,000 with a single basic attack. It's not a thing that I've seen before, guys. And we can't keep her down either. Yeah, if I could get her low on life somehow and the Jabba team just destroyed me. That's insane. That is complete insanity. Well, there we go. All right, well, let's just do some of these other battles. Have a little bit of experience, I guess. Do we have any dark side tank ally revive left? Sure, we'll take that. Okay. Let's see if we can kill Star Killer here successfully, or if this is also going to be a sudden surprise. With the way this guy's teams run, like, it wouldn't surprise me if this Star Killer gets to his spaceship after 2 turns or something. I seriously don't, I'm telling you guys, I have never seen a Jabba team where Leia just absolutely goes bonkers like that. Man, she was just throwing so many detonators. It just turn after turn after turn after turn after turn without me getting to do anything. She must have attacked my R2 like 10 times before my characters even got a turn, because he had 8 detonators on, some went off, he went down to like 2, and then he was back at 10. That was crazy. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. My opponent deserves the win. I certainly need to look into those datacrons more. But looking like Jabba's a problem. Did the Jabba team have the healing immunity and turn meter datacron? Well, it had a datacron that was giving extra offense. So it was giving extra turn meter and extra offense. And apparently it was giving those things in massive quantities. Because again, the amount of turns that Bouche Leia took. It must have been 5% turn meter per detonator. So you take a turn, your detonators go off, and she just instantly takes another turn or something. I honestly, from reading the mechanics, I don't get that out of it. But like I said, I've never seen that before from a Jabba team. But, you know, we're learning things. All right, let's see what we've got. Got this trench team that we could deal with. I think we did, we could probably do some Jedi here. The thing is, even if we, like, play these out and get some experience, this is the last game for 3v3, so it's totally irrelevant. We'll be back on 5v5 next time I play. So and by the time we get back around to 3v3, I'll have my usual problem where I'm trying to remember how it is that 3v3 is played. You don't touch it for, 5 weeks, and then you come back to it, and it's like, well, or at least for me, a little bit confused. All right, let's, this This is just... Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to be an insta-kill for real, but it's only an insta-kill for one instance. Send Luke in there to get the job done. Should be full banners, 57 banners, we'll take it. Here's a Qui-Gon team. I suppose we could still throw Luke at that Leia team, or that Jabba team, but I don't think there's anything going to happen there. Luke and some droids on this team. I've tried this before, and we didn't do a very good job controlling. Okay. So this time is going to be different, apparently. Oh, maybe not. Same kind of thing happened where Anakin... yeah, that's not going to be a good matchup for us. Okay, what? Tusken? I think I might put on the Tusken Omicron like the next time we have a Grand Arena 3v3. I might invest in the Tuskens. Might be an interesting... Wow. Instantly, just instantly. 3 whistling birds. Makes perfect sense. Okay, let's get some stacks back up here. Oh, wow. Dodge, miss. Come on. That's not how this team is supposed to work at all. All right, I'm just going to put it in auto. We should eventually kill Ki-Adi-Mundi. Might take a minute, but we'll get there. 2 whistling birds. Fantastic numbers that we're getting here. You know, I say that, but it doesn't look like we are killing Ki-Adi-Mundi very fast. Wow. I can't believe that this team doesn't have enough damage to kill these Jedi. That's crazy. We're going to end up losing this. Holy cow. Solo Cam can be lethal. Cam is soloing that team. Raider Zeta is a completely new team. Yeah, well, okay, I underestimated Ki-Adi-Mundi, I guess. I feel like I usually just come in here and destroy something like that. Client must be restarted, okay. All right, we'll restart the client then. Guapo says, called it, Cam is a beast. Well, if you called it, then you called it. You did call it because it's written in chat there, right? So nobody can ever tell you didn't call it. All right. Well, that's fine. I'm done messing around. Let's take a look at this Datacron. So if I were to make this my dedicated... Oh man, I've already re-rolled this a bunch of times. I have re-rolled that a bunch of times trying to get the right mechanics in this level 6 slot. Okay. Let's look at Cad Bane, because maybe we could get the mechanics there. At least this re-roll's only taken 40, right? So this is the one, right? When an enemy takes damage from a thermal detonator, they all gain 5% offense. When an enemy is afflicted with thermal detonator, they're immune to health and protection recovery. When a cartel ally uses a basic ability, everybody gains 10% turn meter. Let's do that. And then let's re-roll this to see if we can get Embo on top. Greedo, Mob Enforcer, Cad Bane. I think Cad Bane is probably the best out of this garbage, right? If we don't actually get the Embo. There's the Embo, okay. So there, we can grab that. Now we've got a cron for Jabba for Grand Arena Territory Wars. Whenever dark side allies start their turn with at least 2 buffs that can be dispelled, they gain offense. That's probably the best going along with this that gains offense. Well, let's take one more look at it. Let's take one more look at it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unlock this Datacron. And I'm going to lock the other one so that I know which one's which when I'm looking at them. Okay, this has health, armor penetration, critical damage. I don't think we want this protection, right? We could get something better out of this protection. Let's re-roll it one time. 80 cost. Okay, we get a bunch more armor penetration. Or tenacity. I don't think the tenacity's helping the Jabba team, right? That much. I mean, it doesn't really help against... Maybe it helps against Night Sisters, but that's... So maybe we just do the armor penetration. It'll make it so that Leia, when she's just doing her basic attacks, is doing insane amounts of damage, right? Because now we got 200% armor penetration on this thing. This is now a lightsaber and chill stream. Oh, we can't see? Oh, sorry about that. All right. Mob Enforcer is good. Is Mob Enforcer actually good? What's the Mob Enforcer one? The problem is, especially for Territory Wars, I suppose I could use Cad Bane and Embo and not use Skiff-Guard Lando? That'd be pretty weird. Whenever they use an ability, Mob Enforcer assists. At the start of Mob Enforcer's turn, all enemies Inflicted with thermal detonators or inflicted with buff immunity. Whenever attacking out of turn, always scores a critical hit. Whenever, oh, wow. That would be even better than Embo. Oh, man, I wish I'd... Okay, so if we'd have done this instead of Embo, then basically we're throwing detonators onto people with both Bouche Leia and also Mob Enforcer. When we're putting those detonators on, we're getting turn meter. I should have done that. And then in Territory Wars, I could just kick out Skiff Guard Lando and play with Mob Enforcer and Embo both in Territory Wars. Shucks. That's disappointing. Should have read that more carefully before I clicked buttons, huh? Because Embo's good, but I mean, it's not... It's just about Embo. And if the enemy kills the Embo, then it's... I suppose it's the same thing, because if the enemy kills the Mob Enforcer. But then you're killing the Mob Enforcer, right? Which feels pretty bad. Whenever he crit hits, he gains crit damage, defense, penetration, and offense. Till the end of battle. He pretty much crits every time, too, so... I mean, it's okay. I would have been interested to try that Mob Enforcer mechanic. So this smuggler mechanic, if we could get the 100% evasion one here, that would be good too, right? Get the smuggler evasion. So let's try that on this Datacron as well. There we go, 100% evasion. So our Sonicron will do that now. That's cool. All right, so then we just got to farm up, you know, 6 more level 9 Datacrons on the next round of Conquest. Yikes. Malmada says, lucky, that one's hard to get. Yeah, I know. I re-rolled those Embocrons a bunch of times trying to get it. I didn't get it till today. Or didn't, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Nest Cron. I re-rolled that a bunch of times to get the Nest Cron to have that as well. So now we've got the Nest Cron, and we've also got the Sonicron. My opponent had no problem, apparently, beating my team with Enfys Nest in it. Yeah, he one-shotted that team. Okay, though, I mean, we can practice stuff, right? We can still practice stuff, I suppose. If you guys want to see it. Man, what do I even have left? There's so many teams that just, like, came and went. We used the Night Sisters against this, and it was successful. We already used Talzin, though, so the other there's not another version of the Night Sister team that I have that's gonna do that. We've got Knight Luke, or Jedi Master Luke, that could kill this. I guess let's do that. Let's clear the zone. Right? Probably not bad to just clear the zone here. Something got protection on it. 7% protection. Let's go. Jedi Knight Revan makes easy work of the Nesticron. Seppies versus the Jedi. Let's just go ham on this guy. Get him before he has stacks. That's what we found out, right? In before stacks. All right. In and out, 57 banners. You want to see Separatists versus the Jedi? What Separatists do we even have? We've got the big old General Grievous. I just know that they win that easy. Yeah, I've heard some people say that they're actually using Galactic Legends against the Qui-Gon team because, you know, it's just like that. Sometimes things don't go well. What do we even have that takes this team out now? Let's check out our Sith lineup here. We could do something crazy like Vader, Talon, and Vastula. They're going to get tenacity, right? They get tenacity. Yeah, this can't work. Man, I don't even know. The tank is empty, guys. The tank is empty. We do have some bounty hunters left. If we can get some insta-kills to go off. We did use our Grief Karga, though. So probably... This is probably not going to work. This team just has way too much damage. And they go after little Mando right away. Why not? I suppose I should have taken a different leadership in here because we're not really going to get our contract off here. Oof. Yeah, it's over. All right, well now it's truly over. That Jabba team though, man, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do against that team. When I see that team in fives, do I need Ray Vision now in fives to have a chance against that team? Because I feel like as much damage as that team did in threes. JMK. I got to do JMK. I also lost SLKR versus Jabba. That's going to put a lot of pressure on my JMK, though. Well, if Bo-Katan can beat the enemy JMKs, we did that successfully the other day. So Bo-Katan will be my new go-to for JMK. And we'll just have to mix and match the teams as we go. I need to time that Padme team, though. So let me Let me create a new squad here. And if we were to look at something like Padme, I'm not using Plo for anything anywhere. Keller and Beck, I think, is free. Kiadi Mundi's free. Barris would be okay. I'm still putting Qui-Gon on defense in Grand Arena. So I have to pick Jedi that I don't want on my Qui-Gon team. Or Galactic Republic that I'm not going to use somewhere else. We're not using Ayla anywhere else. We might want Cam. So Qui-Gon. Yeah, Barris probably goes in. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with pretty rotten choices here down at the end. Because remember, we still got to fill up our Queen Amidala team, and we still got to fill up the Qui-Gon, or the Queen Amidala team and the Qui-Gon team, yeah. So, and we still have to have enough for our JMK. That was a lot of Galactic Republic we got to hold on to. Yoda could go in, but Yoda is so fragile. He's so fragile. But I suppose it's better to have him in this team than some other team. You know, maybe Keller and Beck is good. So if we could do something like this. Timing. And get it so that Padme... We'll make Padme fast enough to go faster than everybody else. But then we'll make them all like a couple speed apart. 262. We're going to have to make her a lot faster if we've got Grandmaster Yoda in here. He's just a fast little critter. So 278. Oof. That's probably not going to work. I don't know if we can ever get Plo to 278. 228 right now. We would have to get another 50 speed on him. That's asking a lot. We could just slow Yoda down. But if we slow him down too much, then it, you know what? Back with it. I was going to say, if it's slowing down too much, then it affects the Naboo raid too. Eth Koth is super slow. Holy cow. Wow. 40, 240. Yeah, so we'll have to time them out like 260 or something like that. We'll just get them all up to 260. We'll see if we can slow Grandmaster Yoda down. Yeah, and then we can use that team. Padme goes, and then we just get 4 instances of people using their courage stacks. We'll kill the leader for sure, Enoch. And, you know, if things work out well, we could potentially kill Enoch plus 1 other. And then we just wait for it to happen again. And, yeah, you know what? Eth is just too slow. I just don't see that happening. So let's put Shock T back on this team. Put the shock and awe in there. Ayla's okay. I mean, Ayla can stun people. All right, so I'll work on timing that team. And then we'll have it in 5s to try. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for me. A little bit disappointing. I feel like I should have been able to win this one. The fact that I just, like, lost that Night Sister battle for free. I should have put Marin in stealth to at least give us a chance to get through the Jabba. But yeah, dropping that Jabba situation, that's the end of the GAC right there, you know. So anyway, if we could have got through that, we might have. No, never mind, because we already dropped the battle down below with those Knight brothers. Yeah, so we were done. We were just done no matter what. Disappointing. All right, but that puts us at 1 and 2. I feel like we're still comfortably in Kyber 2, right? Let's take a look. Yeah, 34-29, 33-10 is the bottom of the range. So even if we lose 40 points and there's a little bit of squeeze, we should still be in Kyber 2 starting the next round of 5v5. All right, y'all, I'm going to call it there for the night. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel, notification bell. You guys know the drill. I appreciate you all. Going to watch some TV with my daughter now. And I will see you in the next holocron.